How would you like to double the amount of calls, orders, and reservations coming through your website for free just by making a couple key adjustments to it? My name's Jesse. I'm the owner of Edge Media, and we help businesses build high converting websites that turn their website visitors into new customers for life. Today, I'm going to be giving you a free conversion optimization analysis that's going to show you exactly what changes you need to make to your website to make it convert like crazy. The reason I do this is because I like to do this as an introduction so you can have a bit of faith and trust in my abilities. So if there is an opportunity for us to work in the future together, I hope I'm the first that you come to. If not, no worries. I hope you guys get a ton of value out of this. And I guarantee if you do apply these changes, you will double the amount of revenue coming through your website. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. One of the first things I noticed coming onto your website is you guys are really missing out on an opportunity to really build value with your customers, especially with your above the fold area. So what above the fold means is basically whatever the customer first loads up is the first thing they see, which is like in my desktop here. And then anything below that is considered below the fold. So above the fold, below the fold. And above the fold is your opportunity to give a value proposition to your customers, let them know what's unique, provide them with a user journey and direction, and then also build trust with them. So that doesn't really happen here. A couple of things that you guys did really well is you do have your hours up top right away, and you do have your email. I'm not sure why this is clickable. I see it brings me to the DIY and how to. But I'm going to show you a couple adjustments that you guys can make to your website. And I guarantee if you make these adjustments, you will double the amount of conversions that come through your website. So that means visitors like myself, if I come to your website for the first time, you will convert more of them into paid orders. First thing I would do is we got to really clean up this section here because I'm not to be rude, but you guys are wasting a lot of space on your website, and this space could be used to like sell your business to new prospects, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, selling the new prospects on your website, not necessarily the returning ones, because the returning ones already trust you, they've already had a good experience, and they're going to buy from you no matter what. Again, we have to focus on the new people coming to your website. So what I would do is, if you can, make this shorter. This can be stretched across here, right? There's ways where if you split this up into 3 divs, you can keep that there, and then you can move this one here, and then you can move your contact info here. And then I would also make your email clickable, and also add a clickable phone number in as well. And I guarantee you'll probably get a lot more calls to your restaurant, which at the end of the day may seem annoying, but it's good because that's revenue coming in from your website for free. That's what you have to think about, right? Every potential call you have coming through is a new customer. They're taking that step to contact you. So by doing that, you'll save yourself a ton of room already. You'll probably cut this like in half or into like a third almost, and then we'll have more white space to play with. Cool. So that'll be like your kind of like announcement header. We'll call that our announcement header. Okay. And then let's dive into a little bit of the psychology of how people read a website before I start editing stuff here. Typically, when people land on a website, they're going to start reading from the top left, like a book, and then go all the way to the top right. So they're going to go from left to right, and then their eyes are going to scan down, and then their eyes will come back across, and then they'll start reading the page normally from left to right. So we got to base our design around that, because that's the design and experience that people are already used to. So what you would do is take your logo and move it into your primary header right here. So it's not going to be this blue thing. It could be like a white or black header, probably white to match your so it looks good on your logo background. And I try and shrink this down to like half the size. And the reason you want to have your logo here is because it's going to be the first thing people see. So you want them to remember the visual identity of your brand, right? You're implanting a seed into their mind. So this way, if they see you on social media, or if you guys had pixels, if you had a Facebook pixel on your website, you could have now retargeted those people and they would have recognized your brand. That's why you want to do that. So half the size, move it up here, and then take your menu and put it right beside it. Oops. Put it right beside your logo right here. Awesome. And now is where you decide what you want the goal of your website to be. So let's take a look through here. Let's scroll through here. So you have an order today, order or pre-order from the shop. Where does this bring me? Okay, so this brings me to the shop page. Cool. So what I would do then is if your primary goal is for people to place an order, then we need to have that call to action throughout the entire page, right? Especially your homepage. A lot of people, they treat their homepage like a gallery, but they shouldn't. Their homepage should be treated like an opportunity to sell the customer on your brand and on what you want them to do the most. In this case, if it's to order now, then that's all we should be focusing on, right? This stuff can stay in the menu up here. It can stay up here. It doesn't need to be here because this is your opportunity to build a brand and the trust. People aren't going to sign up for a class if they don't trust the brand. So that's what we have to focus on first with the website, which means there's a lot of stuff that I would change to this website, but we're just going to fix your above the fold for now. And then if you see value in changing the rest of the stuff, or if you'd like more guidance, we can book a free discovery call after. So do that. And then have your call to action right here. The reason you want it here is because this is where people are going to spend the most time looking. Reason being, when they scan from left to right, their eyes are going to be glued to this button because it's going to be isolated by itself. So I put a button up here, have it like your order now button, right? Order now. And then it just brings them to the shop, which is fine, right? If that's what you want them to do, then let's guide them there. And now that'll leave us with a ton of white space. So if I scroll back up and let's see where the white space cuts off. So about halfway through that photo. So, well, this will be our above the fold area. Cool. Now we have a ton of opportunity to build a really great value proposition, a supporting statement, and add more call to actions in, and also any awards if you do have any to build more of that trust and social proof. So I'm going to do this on the side here so it doesn't get too confusing. Bear with me here. I'm going to be drawing these out for you guys. Okay. So this is going to be your announcement header that you have. So we'll just color that. Oops. We'll color it like that. And then you'll have your primary header, which is probably going to be a little bit bigger. And this is for your above the fold. And for now, we'll just color that gray, and we'll pretend that you do have, this will be your logo right here. And then you will have your menu right beside it, right? So obviously you'll probably have a lot more than that on your menu, right? Your menu is pretty big, so it'll probably be from there to there. If there is an opportunity to shorten up and put things inside of it, I really encourage you to. Like if there's a way to make it 4 items and then with drop downs, that's a lot more beneficial. But if not, you can do that for now. Then you want to have your call to action button in the corner over here. And then this will obviously be like a little bit of a bigger button, right? Order now. And then we'll color it this. So you want to make sure that all your call to action buttons, your main call to action buttons, are all the same color. So cool. That's going to really clean up your website. You can already kind of see how like it just kind of flows now, right? Now, the second thing we want to do is have your main value proposition. So actually, this could be a unique value proposition or statement. It's usually going to be pretty big, like that. And then underneath of that, you're going to want to have your supporting value proposition statement. And this one is typically going to be a little bit of smaller text, kind of like that. Great. And this one can usually be a little bit longer. It's not uncommon for people to have at least 2 lines and make it unbold, right? Because you want to have the hierarchy of value here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a call to action button right underneath here for order now. And then another button here. Let's see what is like your secondary. So order now, and then I would have your secondary call to action. Some requests. Then make sure that that is a alternative color. We could do something like black, or you can have white. I'll just do black for now, just to keep things easy. And now you can see that this website's already going to be a lot easier to read through compared to this one. And reason we want to left align our text is because that's what people are used to. That's how people have read books for hundreds of years. So we have to stick with that. Okay. Here, let's take a look. I'm going to kind of like build this with you guys so you can make these changes on your own, or if you want a consultation, we could do that too. But I'm having fun with this right now. So we could do something like this. And usually I don't do this, but I think in this case it might work. Yeah, it's all about just like helping the user navigate to the proper section or the proper part of the page that they need to get to. So we'll have to kind of play around with that a bit, but you could do like that or like that, or we can kind of get creative. We can do something like this. So this way there's like hierarchy to it, but we'll see. Let's keep it like this for now, just because it's the traditional thing to do. Okay, awesome. Let's see if we can find a unique value proposition. Bear with me here. Let's just go with this. This is fun. Cool. And now what you guys could do is, this is a cool image. I'm not sure if this one is from your restaurant or stock photo, but what I'd recommend doing is if you do have one directly from your restaurant, there's one that was here that was actually pretty good. Where'd it go? Where I think it was like of your team. Why not have this one or another team photo as like your main image here? And what I mean my main image is that image that you had in the background here. Why not use that here? And reason being is because it's just a lot more trusting. And have like a whitewash over it so this text is more visible. And then if you guys do have any awards, I would strongly recommend you put them here, or even like a review section that like gets rotated through. More often than not, though, if you guys do have awards or people that you've worked with, like companies that you work with for your business, I would put them there. So I guarantee if you guys make these changes, you will double, if not triple, the amount of conversions coming through your website. And reason being is just because it's a lot easier to navigate at the end of the day, right? Like everything's nice and easy to read. It's spaced out. You have your value proposition, supporting statements, so people land on a website, they know what you guys are about, and then you're giving them prompts on like what you want them to do. So obviously, if you want them to order now, they're going to order now. And what you guys should be doing is having that order now button across your website as often as possible. I see you have it here, so order now, right? Order now. And like every section, obviously, I would change up the content of these sections so it's more fitting. But you guys get the idea. Like the more times you can ask for sale, the more likely they are going to be to actually buy something. So I know it was a lot. Thank you for sitting through that with me. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of this. This video is going to be live on, I'm going to be hosting this forever, at least for like the next couple months. So take your time going through this and making the edits to your website. If you would like to book a free consultation, there's going to be a button at the end of this video, takes you straight to my calendar, has all the availability in there. Book a time that's convenient for you. I really hope to hear back from you guys. If not, though, no hard feelings. Again, I hope you get a ton of value from this, and I hope you guys have a great day and a Merry Christmas.